Your lighting's fine there. I like your lampshade behind.
I'm like the Phantom. It's all...
The Phantom of the Opera is there. Or here somewhere.
People will be saying, no, the lighting's not quite perfect. It's nearly there. You just need to de-light this part of the face.
Delight. How do you delight your face?
How do you delight your face? Well, if you don't know, Vicky, I'm not going to tell you. Anyway,
Yes.
hello,
Yes,
everyone.
hello.
Thank you for joining us. As you can see, we started without you.
Yes,
But...
as always, but we couldn't go on without you.
Exactly.
So.
Exactly. Otherwise, it's just two nutcases entertaining themselves.
Yeah, or one entertaining himself. Speak for yourself, Ricky.
Oh dear. I'm getting that old age husk when I laugh now. Have you noticed?
No, I haven't.
I'm like one of those TikTok laughers. You know, the one that show memes up behind them, and then they go.
I think Muttley. It's like Dastardly and Muttley.
I know. I don't know. I didn't laugh like that in my 30s. Something's
I think
happened.
you get older, yeah, you get more wheezier and more asthmatic. Something to look forward to.
We were talking before you all joined us.
Yes,
Vicky and I were talking about.
Yes, people are horrible.
Well, you know, I just think sometimes I like to think of myself as a people lover. But you know, not that.
I'm glad you said people, not well. Animal lover suddenly has a whole new meaning.
I just like to think of myself as somebody who loves people in an appropriate way.
Yes.
Apparently, if you go up to people and just go, they don't like it.
No, I can imagine.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's our first meeting, how me and Vicky met, out of the way. Oh, you're real.
And then I slapped him and he ended up hospital.
Yeah, so if you see Vicky in the street, don't do that.
No.
Come closer. She really doesn't like it.
No.
She doesn't.
It depends who's doing it and if the
I was about to say, actually, probably.
If they've licked their hand beforehand, that's not good enough.
No. But there are some people that do sort of push the limits of love and
patience,
forgiveness and patience and all of those things.
And more patience.
And I think that can be really, really difficult. But all I ever think to myself is, well, I don't have to live with them. Well, you know, perhaps I don't marry this one if they're that type of, but I do sometimes think to myself, you know, they have to live with themselves 24/7.
Well, about 18 hours a day, because they don't have to live themselves when they're sleeping.
Well, I suppose not.
They get a break.
I suppose not. Unless they're dreaming in first person. I mean, I'm the type of person with a life so boring that actually, you know, they say your life flashes before your eyes just before you die. Yeah. I actually want your life to flash before my eyes, because I just think it'll be more interesting, you know, and funnier in places. So
okay,
that's my wish. When I go, I want Vicky's life to pass before my eyes. I'll be there with my cup of tea going, that's interesting. I didn't know that bit. Oh, carry on.
There's a good 40 years that you need to catch up on.
I know.
Yeah, it would be a 39, 40 years easily.
But if you just imagine, so I try and imagine that. What do you do when people drive you to the point of, you know, extremity, where you're starting to look at objects around you, wondering, I wonder what that would be like embedded in them?
No, I've never. No, I don't get to that point. Believe you and me. I don't want to cause physical harm or injury. Because I always think nobody's worth the time in jail. Nobody, you know. Unless I'm going to be in jail with them and they're a good laugh, then fair enough, you know. But um,
Yeah.
see, that's the
Yeah.
thing. So nobody's worth that time. That's the first thing. So that's why a lot of people are still alive. Um,
Old man laugh again. Did you hear it?
yes, I heard a wee bit. I heard a wee bit. What else? No, actually, this is a good topic because we didn't even plan this one. Um, when people annoy me, so it doesn't really happen much, and in terms of, I immediately think, okay, so as you know, I'm very sensitive in that I can go under that label of empath. So I feel people's energy and people's emotions, but that's part of the work I do. So I don't
Mm.
know if that's an ability or whatever, but it's come about because of the work, you know, working with people's energy and stuff, working with their heads. Um, so immediately when somebody lashes out, it's like I feel their pain. And this has happened on a few occasions where I have felt like a 6-year-old or 8-year-old or possibly 12-year-old child inside of them crying. And then I connect with that. And then I start to cry myself because then I'm like, oh, that poor person, that poor child has never grown up or never had the love it received. So I go in, I know this sounds totally mental and I'm not taking medication, I should say. Maybe I should have. No, I haven't taken medication for 16 years or something. That's how much I manage my own energy. A lot of people don't have the right to own your energy, own your thoughts and whatever. And if you can see the anger, because somebody gets angry at you and starts insulting you. I've had people do that to me even recently, and they're saying you're this and you're that, and I don't take the insults on up because they're not my insults. They're insulting me from their own perspective. So if they say, "Oh, you're selfish and greedy," and usually if they look in the mirror, those will actually apply to how they think about themselves. So it's interesting when somebody calls you names and you suddenly realize, oh my God, that's how you think of yourself. And I've had so much fun with that to help somebody. But at the same time, it's interesting what people actually think of themselves because they're projecting it onto me. And it's like they're giving me this coat, and I'm like, you know what? Just have your wee coat back because I don't want it. So I don't insult them back because I don't feel the need to. And I just think to myself, isn't that interesting that they think this of themselves? But if you say, what's this really about? So you can use words as a tool or as tools. So you can say, what's this really about? Why do you feel the need to say that or do that or whatever it is? And then try and help them with it. And if they want to go off, but you're triggering something and you're batting the ball back to them. So you don't wear those insults. You don't have to carry them around the rest of the day.
Yeah.
And same with, in any job, I had a friend contact me in her lunch break because somebody had rang up and threatened to kill her and stuff. Like he was angry because of his own mistakes and his own errors, but rather than own them, like a proper dude in a sense, he just decided, no, it's your fault. And if you make me face my mistakes and deal with them, I'm going to find you and kill you. He says, I think he's been watching too much Liam Nielsen. I just did a quick exercise with her in terms of, well, think of all those things that he said. Imagine they're taking them out of your energy and just send them off, like burn them, send them into the fire, peel them off and throw them back to him and just say, do you know what, dude? And as it turned out at the end of the day, I think he ended up ringing back, or the supervisor, I think, called him or something, and they got it sorted. But there was no apology. But I says, you don't need that apology. You can just peel them off you and not hurt you or offend you in the same way again. You've got that once.
That's one of the keys, isn't it? Accepting apologies that you've never received.
Well, that can be very life-changing because it can keep people. I've dealt with so many people who are stuck. And one girl was going around telling herself, remember one of my meditation groups, and she says, I can't move on because I can't forgive. And everybody has told me I can't forgive. I can't move on unless I forgive, whoever it was. And I said, well, actually, something tells me this is a bit of a challenge. I'm up for the challenge if you are. So let's see if we can. And we were able to find a way where she didn't have to forgive, but she was able to move on. It surprised me. I learned something new as well, which I love. I love it when that happens as well. But everything's possible because if we can create it and think it, then, we can achieve it. So.
Yeah. And what worried me about what you've said there is when you say something to somebody, it's a reflection of yourself.
Yes.
But actually, no, you know very well, I would call myself the same words that I would call other people.
Well, yes, that's true. Yeah.
Because I do have a favorite swear word.
Yes.
Just because I like, mind you, when I swear, you know,
Yeah.
it doesn't have the same impact. Like if you, with your voice, were to swear, people would feel like, oh, they've been sworn at.
Yes.
But you know, you get all these gruff types and they're going, F off, you, whatever. And there's me, if I say it, and I'm going to swear now. So those of you that don't like it, right? You see, if I swear at somebody,
Yeah.
they're not quite sure if I'm swearing at them or just asking for a tea, because I'll go, oh, fuck off.
Oh, yeah, you said so politely.
It's got the ambience of politeness and love, but it's a
polite request, you know, oh, do fuck off. Take your little dog with you.
I think what really loses it for me,
yeah,
is often the follow-up sentence, which is, oh, fuck off from whence you came. And doesn't have the same I'm not going to get into Eastenders with
no, it's not
that,
articulated. I have to say, it's the most articulated insult I've heard in a long time. But yeah, I can see what you mean. Whereas, well, people including you have told me saying anything in my accent is scary to me.
It's terrifying.
English people, and the lower I go, the more terrifying it gets.
It really don't. It really is terrifying. And you know, it's like that.
I would feck off.
Eastenders. Yes. But you see, you're able to do it just like, you know, in Eastenders, if they swore, which they don't.
Oh no, they never do, no.
Well, they didn't last time I watched it, but you know, I feel like my voice is too light for a program like that, because you know, I'd have to perfect the Eastenders whisper. Oi, what do you think you're playing at? You know, you've got everything's whispered, and even when they order beer in the same tone.
Do they?
Pint of unspecific, please. Yeah, it's all the same tone.
Specific? I've never heard of that before. Is that a beer?
Well, because they never specify what they're ordering.
Oh,
if I was a barman there, they wouldn't get their drink. Well, what beer? I've got 50 different types here. Now, what am I supposed to do? Get a divining rod and figure out which one you really want? Make a decision in your life and clear your throat and speak up.
Yes,
and look me in the eye. Yeah. I ran a tight bar.
And we'll leave it there.
But I guess for more wit and wisdom, they can join us next time.
Yes. And another sorted slice of feck off, Ricky. Feck off, Vicki. Come back, Ricky.
And
come back, Vicki.
We'll try not to swear. I will try not to swear next time.
Feck that. Feck that. I'm wheezing like the dog. People have called me that for years, actually. Between that and Barbara, just talking about Eastenders, Barbara Windsor, Peggy Mitchell. Go on, get on my pub.
Oh, I loved that.
I know.
Oh, hey, yeah. You see, you can get away with that.
Yes.
You could get away with that. I could picture you running an East End pub.
Jesus. Right, our time's up now. Okay, then.
So, see you next time, everyone.
I might get word of the day in as well, if Richard lets me.
And don't forget to Vicky, what is it they need to do? I can't ever remember.
Oh yes, all our social media stuffs. So we've got subscribe here, ring Richard's bell. I think it'll be over there, here somewhere. Depends which way the fitting.
Oh yeah.
Right? He loves his bell being rung.
I can't remember.
And too much information. Let's see, what else do we have? So we have Instagram now. We have at Ricky and Vicky Show. We have the YouTube channel, which everything goes on YouTube first, and then you'll get it on Facebook a day later. And then we've got Twitter, isn't it? With the Ricky in Vicky Show.
Ricky Vicky. It sounds like we're moving a heavy wardrobe. That's how you remember it. Ricky Vicky.
I'm blushing. And what else? Yeah, Facebook.com, Ricky and Vicky Show. Oh, remember podcasting on Podbean, Ricky and Vicky Show.podbean. So we're slowly taking over. Soon there'll be nobody in any other page on any social media platform.
Yes, we heard how well everything was going, and we decided to come and put a stop to us. So join us next time. Till then, take care. See yous. Bye.